What's up YouTube? Robbie Vapes back again with another video, and today we're looking at the BAM! This is the Trigger RDA from Unique Vapor Innovations. I am so stoked, cannot wait to look at it. A few quick things before we get down and dirty with this thing. I actually accidentally deleted the video of the unboxing and the intro. It may seem like a small thing to some people, but for me it's a big thing. I like showing a clean RDA. This one's pretty grungy, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I've been using it quite a bit, and as a result it's gotten pretty grungy. And of course, I didn't realize I deleted it until just now when I went to do my final thoughts. I was gonna watch it first, just to kind of go back and see what some things I touched on as a reminder to focus on in the after section of this. Of course I deleted this, which is stupid. So we're gonna have to go down and dirty for real this time. It's gonna be a pretty grungy RDA, okay? I'm just giving you guys a heads up. I've already taken the coils out so you can see the posts in here. I'm really excited about this. If you're excited, you should be, because you actually have a chance to win one of these right here. And I will get more details on that at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that. But the actual giveaway video will be in a separate video. And that's all I'm going to say on that. So with that being said, let's get down and dirty with this Trigger RDA. Let's even do a little bit of a coil build on here just to show you what it looks like. And we'll go up top and then vape on it and tell you my final thoughts. So with that being said, here we go. Alright, we are up close with the Trigger RDA. This is the packaging comes in. Pretty simple packaging, nothing too special. Very simple actually, I like that. On the back you have the logo and things like that. Just contact information, 18 plus only of course. Let's take it out and get to the main attraction here. This is the RDA itself. We'll get to that in a second. You also get some spare screws in here. If I can take them out. And one thing I like about this is that the screws come in a separate package, or a little bottle almost, a little vial. It's not usually this hard to get out, but I think I stuffed it in there a little bit too much. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can get it to focus here. So there's the extra screws. You can see the screw heads on here are massive. They are brilliant. They also have the spare screws, should be noted. They do have flathead designs from what I can tell, maybe star design. Anyways, they're a little bit different than the screws that actually come in the RDA itself. I actually like the ones that it comes with better, but that's just me. And I'll get to that in the pros and cons actually, but just so you know, you do actually have the option to have these massive screw heads on here, which is beautiful, which I really like. So we'll put that off to the side. Put that back. You also have an Allen key here, and this is actually for the screws that come with it already installed. If you want to use like a screwdriver for it, you can. If you want to use the Allen key, you can use that as well. So I like the Allen key better, but again, we'll get to that in the pros and cons. But it is nice to have that option of which screw types to use. So let's put this off to the side here and put this on our ohm reader. Now again guys, this has already been open. I apologize. I actually had a clean video of this unboxing, and unfortunately I deleted it. So we're just going to do it all at once here. This is the top cap in the barrel. The top piece right here just screws out. There it is, along with the drip tip there. This is the air adjustment ring right here. You can see the air holes just right here, if I can get it to focus. Just right in the middle there, that big line. And you have 3 of these. Now it's important to note that you have 3, not 4, not 2, you have 3, and there's a reason for that, which we'll get to in just a second on the RDA itself. These are the airflow holes as well. You have 3, as you can see. It's like a triangle style almost. It's really nice. I actually like this style, but that's just me. Let's put the adjustment ring back on here. Get it to focus. So again, that's the barrel and the airflow. You can see here just on the sides, you can adjust it. And it looks the same on all 3 sides. This is the top piece of it. This is a screw-in part, and we also have a drip tip here. The drip tip is actually screwed in as well, and it's a little bit different of a drip tip. I like this drip tip myself personally. You have kind of like the side airflow, or the side, like it comes in through the side as opposed to straight up. This helps reduce any sort of spit back you get, so I like this design. It is a screw-in drip tip, which means it's a proprietary drip tip. I don't think you're going to be able to get a traditional 510 drip tip in here. And yes, I'm saying 510 drip tip because everybody's corrected me on that since I stopped saying it. So I'm just gonna go back to saying 510 drip tip because it's fun to say, and it rhymes a little bit too. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, okay, here is the RDA itself. As you can see, you have the post hole down here, and a post hole down here. These are your negatives. Up top here, you have 3 post holes, and these are all your positives. And they all connect to the one post just going down the middle, if you can see it there. All right, so what's so good about this design? Here's the thing, guys. This design is amazing for building vertical coils to get better flavor out of. That's just my opinion, as I almost knock over the camera, which I seem to do a lot. Anyways, that's just my opinion, but I like doing vertical coils in an RDA. It's something that's unique, it's a little bit different. And that's what I like about this one in particular, is that you can build vertical. In fact, it's probably recommended you build vertical because it works so well on this. So what we're going to do here, we're going to do a single coil build on here. I'll turn off the camera after that. Basically just repeat the steps 3 times over to get all, or two more times I should say, to get all 3 of them set up if you want to do a triple coil. We're going to be using 28 gauge Canthal for this, so I will set up 1 coil on here on camera, hopefully, and then what I'll do is on the, I'll turn off the camera and set up 2 more coils, so we'll do a triple coil build in this RDA. So let's get started on building on this. This is so fun to build on, by the way, guys. I've built so many coils on this, it's not even funny. So we'll just take a small piece of Canthal, we'll trim it, should be enough. And of course, I don't have my screwdriver on me. Give me 1 second, I will be right back with my screwdriver and we'll start building this coil. Alright guys, we are back. I actually got my coil jig instead. It's a little bit easier to use. I've already threaded it through here. And we're going to do, I think we're going to do 3 coils at 6 wraps and try that out. So all we'll do is put this on here, just start spinning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wraps. Alright, I will straighten out this coil here. I took way too much Canthal, as you can tell, and just get this nice and straight. Okay, it's good enough. Doesn't have to be perfect here. So we have that. Let's start trimming the leads a little bit because they are way too long. So just start trimming it. Leave one slightly longer. It's probably too long, actually. In fact, with this one, you don't want to have it too long because there's not a ton of leeway in that positive post, so I'm going to trim it even shorter on this side. And this is going to be where the positive post goes, or where the positive lead goes. Alright, so here we are. Okay, so we will put it through. I like doing it this way. Sorry, I'm having trouble seeing on camera. Alright. So just right through there and right up top there. And then we just tighten it down with the Allen key, which is just off to the side here. Sorry guys, this is really difficult to do on camera and I do apologize. Was not expecting it to be this tough, but apparently it is. Alright. So we'll tighten this positive one down first. I just find that's a little bit easier. Tighten it down. And that should do it. Now I'll give you a quick spoiler here for the pros and cons. The reason why I like the Allen keys better than the screwdrivers is I actually find it's a lot easier to work with, in the sense that with Allen keys it's much easier to get it super tight without having to worry about stripping anything. On screws, I seem to have some pretty bad luck here on other screws or other RDAs with the screw heads. I tend to always go a little bit harder and it's harder to tighten down. This just is really easy. All I do is keep spinning it and it's usually pretty simple to tighten this thing. So that being said, that is very tight. That should work. We will trim off this lead. I'll put some cotton in this one right away so you can see how to get the cotton going nicely. And from there, I will then repeat the steps. So I'm just going to tighten this coil up a little bit. It's not quite where I want it to be, but That's okay. There we go. Tighten it up. Alright, now this isn't really a vertical coil. This is actually pretty sideways here, but I guess we'll stick with it. What the hell? Yeah, we'll just stick with it. I will get some cotton, which I have off to the side. We will get it in there, nice and neat, or as neat as I can do it. And then I'll take it off camera, do 2 more of these, and then we'll vape on it and see how it looks. So, I'm just I'm just tearing off the kind of the ends of the cotton, just to make sure I have the fluffy part of it, which is right here. I then like to stretch it out a little bit. Not too much, just enough to kind of get it a little bit unraveled. And then what I do is take it in my hand and just start rolling it. I'm gonna do this off camera because the camera is way too close and I can't get a good gesture on it. So, and I don't want Jeff making a gift for this either. So I'll take it off camera real quick and then I'll thread it through. So all I do is roll my hands together and then you have a piece kind of like this. And that is pretty much all you need to thread it through. And let's see if I can't get a nice twist going on the end here to make it easier just to get it through this little coil here. I like going from the bottom up. I find it's easier. Just easier to get it through. So there we go. And then just kind of like that. So it's a little bit thicker at the end, which is what I want. Right about there. Chop it off right about there. Probably have a little bit too much cotton in here actually, but that's okay. Who said there's such thing as too much cotton? Actually, a lot of people do, but anyways, that's beside the point. So let's tuck this in. Let's see if we can't tuck it around. I know this is really hard to see on camera because I'm actually doing this off camera, so I hope this ends up being okay. Okay, push it in there. That should be good. And I just tuck this one down as well. And that is 1 coil. So you'll repeat that step 3 times. I'm gonna do that right now. Just see if I can get a focus here actually. I'm gonna do that right now. So I can do it 2 more times, sorry. 1 on each side, and then we'll do a triple coil and see what it looks like on the ohm reader, and then we'll vape on it. Take it up top and talk about pros and cons on this device. Alright guys, this is the final result. It comes out to 0.4 ohms exactly with 3 coils in here. You can see them all just right here. There's one that's more sideways. We've also got this guy right here, also pretty sideways actually. I think this is the first one we did right here. And as you can see, it actually started to get better as I progressed. This is actually the last one I did. It's much more vertical. Pretty well done in my mind, but then again, I'm biased. So yeah, so this is what it looks like. You have 3 coils on here. The airflow in here is basically going to line up so that all 3 of these little connection thing or little airflow slots are going to end up right in front of the coil, and it should line up pretty well. We'll juice this up, take a couple hits off it, go back up top, and we'll talk about pros and cons and my overall thoughts on this thing. Alright guys, we are back up top. This is the Trigger RDA. We've got our build on here. We've juiced up our coils enough. Really this build, it turned out to like 0.4 ohms, so it's not going to win any cloud comps or anything like that. But the flavor in this is just so good. I'm actually using some eBOV here. This is the newest flavor from BioVapes. This is the vanilla Coke flavor. Love it. But yeah, I mean, the flavor in this is awesome. It vapes really well. Makes a little bit of sounds because of the drip tip, but I mean, apart from that, I'm not getting any spitback. It may sound like I am, but I'm actually not. And again, I think that's part of the drip tip design, is having that built the way it is. I'm going to take 1 more hit, then we'll talk pros and cons and my overall recommendations on this thing. So good. Alright guys, pros and cons as the vapor all comes pouring down. Anyways, pros. So first thing, I love the design of this. I love how it's so different from every other RDA I have. Usually it's like a 4-post design or a 3-post design, and it's, you know, you're kind of stuck with only so many options. With this one having the 3 posts, they're the 3-post positive and the 3 negative posts, it works really well. And usually I can build better vertical coils in this thing. I was a little bit rushed. I was on camera, so I apologize. but typically the vertical coils in my mind give you the best taste that I've had. So again, this is just coming from me. This is 28 gauge Canthal, 6 wraps each, and it's a semi-vertical coil, I'd call it, I guess. But no, I love the design of this. It's so fun to work on. It's so different. It's so unique. I guess that's why they get their name, Unique Vapor Innovations. They just have so many unique stuff, or so much unique stuff coming out, and I can't wait to try it all. But anyway, so pros. I mean, I love the design of it. I love the build, how to build on it. It's a lot of fun. It's different. I love the actual visual design on it, like the graphics and stuff you can see. It's really nicely designed, and it's really nice to kind of have something a little bit different, a little bit more of a show-off type RDA. It's not just a little logo on it. It's actually got some like engravings in it. The airflow works really well, especially the three airflow slots for a triple coil like this one. It works really well. I like the drip tip on here. I like the way it was designed. It vapes really well. I've had so many different builds on here. I've done temp control on here, no problem. I've been building with nichrome, nickel, Canthal, of course, 22 gauge, 24 gauge, 28 gauge Canthal, and all of it works well. So I like this. The other pro for me, and I guess I'll get into two parts of this pro. I love the fact that I actually have an Allen key again, and it's like a bolt design as opposed to like a screw design. I miss that, okay? I know a lot of people were asking for screw designs back when the whole bolt design was out there. And truthfully, I miss having the bolt design. I find you get way better leverage on an Allen key than you do on a screwdriver, and it's just so much easier to get it down without stripping it, as opposed to a screwdriver. There's so many other screws out there that just strip so easily from the RDA. Having this one instead, sorry, I'm going to zoom in. I feel like I'm a little far away here. A little bit better. Okay. Anyways, having the Allen key instead just gives you so much more leverage. It's so much easier to get those coils in the place you want them to be. It tightens down really nicely. It doesn't snap the coil either. And of course, second part of that pro is the fact that if you don't like Allen keys or the bolt design, they give you screws to use as a backup. So you get to choose what you want to do. And the screws are nice. They are super deep, as you probably saw in the quick unboxing portion. It's so nice to have options. You don't get a lot of options anymore. You get accessories, but not really options. You know what I mean? A lot of the RDAs get a ton of accessories, but not really the options. This one, I feel you have options to do. So that's a huge pro as well. As far as cons go, the only thing I can think of, and to me it's not a con, but I guess to some people it might be, is that the drip tip is screwed in there, so you can't use your own 510 drip tip. You're kind of stuck with this one. It's more of a proprietary style drip tip, so you're stuck with this one. That being said, I mean, you know, it's being a little bit nitpicky picking on that, but I know some people might complain about it. Apart from that, I really don't have any other cons on this thing. I love this thing. I know whoever wins this is going to enjoy it as well. So yeah, so overall recommendations before we get to the giveaway here, and some more details on that. Overall recommendations, I love this thing. It's an expensive RDA. This is an authentic. It's a little different. I believe it retails for $96 Canadian. And I know it sounds a lot. I get it, okay? But here's the thing, guys. I feel it's worth it. Overall recommendations, would I go out and buy another one of these? I would. In fact, I actually bought this one, and this one was sent to me. So I went out and spent $96 on an RDA, and I gotta be honest, I don't regret it. Given the option, what would I rather have, my money back or keep this RDA? I love it. It gets a lot of use. I mean, you saw how grungy it was in there. Next to maybe my Royal Hunter, it's easily my go-to RDA. And when it comes to flavor chasing, I love this thing. It's one where if I pick up a juice I really like, I'll throw it into here, drip it all day long, and just enjoy it. So overall, I do recommend it. I love this design. I love the way it works. I have no issues. It makes a good connection. I mean, there's no issues there. You know, it's fun to build on. And again, going back to the whole, you know, traditional style of RDA, this is kind of different. You know, this is similar to what you see in some of these innovations, say from the Marquee is one as well. The Marquee was a very good example. It was very different, but everybody loved it. And having that different build style gives you the chance to expand on how you're going to build on something. You're not stuck in a rut building the same way over and over again. This lets you experiment a little bit, and having those vertical coils in there, I know this one was a bad example, but the vertical coils make a huge difference, and I love them. For taste, I really don't feel like it can be beat. I don't know, that's just me. Anyways, so yes, I recommend it. I love this thing, Unique Vapor Innovations. I'll post a link to their website below if you want to check one of these, or if you want to check it out, if you want to purchase one of these. Terry's the guy I was talking to, great guy. He's actually the owner of the company. There's also a few other people who I've met along the way, and I'm blanking on their names, and I apologize. I don't know why I'm blanking. I'm so sorry. But anyways, so yeah, so go check them out. If you want to buy one of these, yes, it's expensive, but I think you're going to like it. And if you want to win one, well, let's get to the details on how you can win one. But before I do, I'm actually going to take a quick drink here. I hope you don't mind me drinking on camera. I got a lot of flack for saying that in my last video, so now I'm going to start drinking on camera again. Just like the whole 510 drip tip thing, I'm just going to start saying it again because it's fun. And yeah, we'll get to the details here in just a second. Oh, that's good. All right, so how can you win one of these? Here's the deal, guys. As I mentioned, this is a long video, okay? If you stuck around this long, you get rewarded. Just like in my vlog. My vlog was 40 minutes long. I don't know how long this one's going to be after editing and things like that, but it's going to be a longer one. For sticking around this long, you get a hint on how to win one of these. First things first, okay? The giveaway will take place once I hit 350 subscribers. I will put the video up from then, and that's going to be where you actually enter for the giveaway. Second, sorry, maybe I shouldn't drink beer on camera. Anyways, second is the kind of secret passphrase I want you to use, okay? To make it more generic, what I want you to do, the reason why I'm wearing my dolphin hat, my high school football sweater, is because you're going to, in order to win one of these, in order to be eligible to win the trigger, you have to reply with your favorite sport team. It can be any sport and any team. Try and make it something where I know what it is. NFL, MLB, NHL, NBA, something like that, whatever. But if you are, I guess even MLS, Major League Soccer, that works as well. UEFA actually would probably work. You know what, I know a lot of sports, so you know what, put a sports team in there, go for it, and that'll be the entry. So basically it's I can see the contest looking like this. It's going to be a bunch of people who put their sports teams in there. And I think if you want it to be clever, you can maybe even try and hide it in your sentence. Like, hey, I noticed you're wearing a dolphin hat. By the way, I'm a Bills fan, in which case you're not going to win it. But no, I'm kidding. Okay, so yeah, so like if you want to hide it, you can. Because the key of this giveaway is I want to make sure that the person who gets this is one of my loyal viewers who are always watching to the end, who are always watching my videos. You know, maybe you skip a few parts here and there, fine. That's, you know, no big deal. But it's the guys who are devoted and the gals who are devoted to watch my videos who I would really like to give this to. It's a really nice RDA. I think whoever wins it is going to be really happy with it. And if you don't win it, like I said, go check out their website. Maybe go buy one for yourself. It's an awesome RDA. If you really want something different to build on, this is it. So again, so the rules are the contest will be... I'll post the contest, the actual contest, after 350 subscribers. Once I hit that, from there, in order to win, you will have to respond with your favorite sports team, okay? It's that simple. That's all you have to do. Of course, you have to be 18 or older. I'm going to limit it to North America for this one. I don't want to be a jerk, but I'm going to limit this one to North America. And yeah, so that's the details. I'll have a full list of rules, with the exception of the secret passphrase in the actual giveaway video itself. And from there, that's pretty much going to be how you end up with a chance to win the trigger. With that being said, guys, that ends this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I guess until next time, YouTube, happy vaping.